In this video I'm joined by Nick from Keeping Fish Simple and Katie from Katie's Cichlids. So join us as we explore this very special ecosystem of southeast Queensland, Australia in the Great Sandy National Park. We will see some of its unique Wallam or heathland underwater habitat, a really nice rare and endangered fish, the Oxleyan Pygmy Perch, and we can't forget the beautiful ornate rainbowfish, which is at its best in this area. Searys Creek is 3.5 hours drive or 337.4 kilometres from Brisbane CBD and can be accessed by two-wheel drive. This area and Fraser Island was extensively logged in the past. Thankfully this has now stopped, and since 1992 it has been declared a World Heritage Area. Cooloola has gone through a lot of changes over the last 150 years through timber getting, agriculture and sand mining. Today Cooloola protects some valuable ecosystem remnants, and we are going to explore one of its nicest in this video, Searys Creek. Patrick Seary was a timber getter from the 1860s who explored this region, which now bears his name. As the signs show, this is a national park and nothing can be taken from this area. We are lucky National Parks has provided a nice boardwalk and a place to swim and explore the creek so the rest of the area doesn't get damaged. I have been coming here for years and not much has changed, so it seems to be working well for the environment. We get into the water and I show Nick one of the only true aquatic plants that grow here, the bladderwort, as the sandy bottom doesn't hold much nutrient for other aquatic plants to grow here. Every time I come here I'm amazed of its beauty. Clear Wallam Creek lined by coral fern, paperbark, red sawsedge, wallam and swamp banksia. The peat covered bottom of pure white sand, teeming with fish and aquatic bladderwort, and what I call freshwater seaweed. It is a type of algae that I've only seen in this type of environment. I have not yet been able to find the name of this, and it has an unusual texture like a slimy jelly, but looks really nice flowing in the water. There is large pieces of coffee rock, a type of compressed sand and humus that has been formed over many years. and with the tree roots holds the bank together as the water cuts its way through. This creek is fed by perched aquifers that lay on the peat bed that is collected by rain and has flowed through the large surrounding sand dunes, and has some of the purest water in the world. The needles you can see laying on the bottom aren't from pine trees, they are from the native she oak that also hangs over the creek bank in this area. I have left a good plant species list at the end of this video if you're interested. The creek is filled with freshwater crayfish. These are the cleanup crews of this waterway. And the freshwater shrimp, with its unusual long arms, would be a good food source for the larger fish in this creek. Like the large freshwater catfish or tandan. These catfish are pretty common in most waterways on the east coast. They normally build nests out of small stones from the creek bottom. Unfortunately, in this creek there is a lack of them. You will see some later in the video, but I think these have been washed down from the road. And the catfish in this creek are used to already using sticks and leaves, so they continue with what they know. They are always guarding the nest from predators like these empire gudgeons that act like underwater vultures, always waiting for the opportunity to pounce when the nest is left unattended. The male guards the nest and the female comes in, and the male pushes the eggs out and fertilises them. Then he chases her off to look after them himself. This one has left its nest due to a swimmer getting too close and will unfortunately lose its eggs to the gudgeons. So if swimming, try and stay away from him and watch from a distance, as the vultures are always waiting. I had the opportunity to show Nick one of the rare and endangered small fish that live here, the Oxleyan Pygmy Perch, and was happy to see they were in good numbers on this trip. So I took the opportunity to document them as much as I could for this video. There are a few species of pygmy perch, but mostly they inhabit the southern waters of this country, where it is cooler. The Oxleyan Pygmy Perch differs where its range is restricted to the coastal region of eastern Australia, from northern New South Wales to southern Queensland. They also occur on Fraser, Moreton and Stradbroke Island, and have specific habitat requirements. and are patchily distributed in their range like these Wallam areas. They can grow to 60mm but are commonly seen at about 35mm long. They also seem to love hanging around upright twigs, seemingly looking for food or as camouflage from predators. They swim delicately but can move fast when they want to, as I found out trying to film them. From what I observed, the females swam in groups where the males had small areas they looked after, waiting for females so they could spawn after the rains. It was great to witness in the wild, and I'm not sure if it's been documented before on video, to my knowledge. The Empire gudgeons are like vultures. These striped gudgeons are like vipers. They are an ambush predator laying in wait, trying to blend in with the scenery, and they don't like being spotted. From Mackay in Queensland to the South Gippsland in Victoria, they inhabit coastal streams above the saltwater mark. Juveniles can be found in estuaries at certain times of the year in brackish water. They can grow to around 18cm but are commonly found at 12cm. They will eat fish or crustaceans, or pretty much whatever they can fit in their mouths. The beautiful ornate rainbowfish. The fish from this area are probably the most well known around the world, and are probably the biggest and the nicest of all ornate rainbows. With a small percentage being bright red and then the more common blue form, they have been in the hobby for years and are highly sought after among aquarists. But keep in mind this is a national park, so please source them from a captive population. They breed readily and live for many years. As you can see in the video, they look their best in clear water, as the tannin water dulls their colours. Even though this creek has a white sandy bottom, these fish look much nicer on a dark substrate. So if you're trying a biotope, use plenty of wood and botanicals to bring out their colour. Regular water changes will keep their water clear. They also love fast flowing water. In the wild, these fish rely on camouflage, but in an aquarium you want to highlight them. Like most rainbows, they have a reflective body, so keeping the lighting to the front of the aquarium, even facing back a little bit, helps bring out their true colour. The ornate rainbow lives in many habitats, and I myself have found this one the hardest to replicate, but is one of the most beautiful and strangest of this fish's habitat. The good news is they can handle a wide range of water conditions, but do best in an aquarium with a pH of 6 to 7 and a temperature of 20 to 28 degrees Celsius, so can be kept in a nice community tank as well. This is a beautiful area to explore, with large rainforests and lots of animals. Poona Lake is also just a few kilometres away, and a walk from the car park at Poona Lake picnic area is not far from Searys Creek. There are no fish, but still nice for a swim. There are cliffs of coloured sands, nice beaches, massive sand dunes like Carlo Sandblow, and nice places to camp like Inskip Point. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe for more like this, and feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.